Hello, I'm Stephen Garret, death coach and author of When Death Speaks, Listen, Learn, and Love. You know, it's interesting, I've sat with a lot of people who are close to dying on their deathbed, and not one of them has ever spoken about the car they drove, the jobs they had, the money they made, the assets they've accumulated. All they talk about really is their relationships and how they loved or how they didn't love. I remember about 6 or 7 months ago, I was over at the local hospice, and the nursing staff were running their feet off. It was a very busy day in the hospice ward. And they asked me if I could go and sit with this woman who was having a very difficult time. She was breathing quickly and she was frantic and very anxious. So I went and sat with her, and you know, when the nursing staff left, I hopped up on the bed and I pulled her head to my shoulder and just sort of patted her head in a way to help her settle down. And as her breathing relaxed and she started to settle, I laid her back down in her bed and sat beside her and just stroked her hand, just letting her know that there was somebody with her and that it's okay, you know, just breathe and relax. And I didn't talk to her at all. I just spent some time with her physically, helping her calm down. And as her body calmed down and her breath stabilized, she kind of shook her body and woke up. And I'd spent some time with her before, so she knew my name. She said, "Oh, Stephen, you're here beside me." I said, "Absolutely." I said, "How are you doing?" And she said, "Well, not so good. Can I share something with you?" And I said, "Certainly, I'd love to receive your share." She said, "Well, you know me and my husband and how much we love each other, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I've seen your husband around. I've seen you guys kiss and hug. It's beautiful. Your love is palpable. It's so full and rich." She said, "Well, I got to tell you something. I've always held a little bit of my love back from my husband, and I really don't think I should have done that." I just took another deep breath because I've got a wife, and I'm thinking in my mind, holy smokes, here on this woman's deathbed, she's sharing with me this beautiful gem of wisdom. It's in the form of a regret for her. She was regretting she didn't love her husband as fully as she could have, that she held some of her love back. And I just thanked her for her share. She fell asleep and passed away in the night. But what I did with that lesson was I sat in my car when I finished my hospice shift, and I made a list of 5 people in my life who I felt I was holding my love back from. The moment I got home, I made 5 phone calls and let them know how deeply I did love them, because I didn't want to be on my deathbed regretting the fact that I hadn't loved my family or my friends as deeply as I could have. So out of that death, that sad death of this beautiful woman, came a glorious lesson for all of us, which is when you got a chance to love, love now.